Where did you go? And like, was there ever any fear of when you got invited up, standing in front of that conference, that people would actually catch on to the fact that it was just a piss take?
No, but there was another story to that. So I knew there was Bigfoot story inside out, from a kid right through. So I think we found out that there was a Bigfoot conference on. There's a couple each year, different places in America. And this one fitted our schedule. So we went there. So we knew we'd be meeting a whole lot of Bigfooters, and Bigfoot's a big thing since then. There's been other TV shows about it, finding Bigfoot and stuff. And all these people, are very quintessential middle America kind of very, without some great people, but it's a real subculture, if you know what I mean. So
Yeah, for sure.
the first thing you realize is, look, you don't have to say too much. Just let them speak more, and they're making the show for you. Another good reason for a show like that. Likewise with UFO people, they're giving you more than you need. You're going, please stop with this crap you're talking. But they keep giving it to us. But with that conference, we needed to look legit. So they had no idea that we were this fictitious so-called film crew. So I got up on stage and I said, okay, look, I asked the organizer, I said, look, people are probably wondering what we're doing here with cameras. So can I just get up? I wasn't scheduled to speak. And again, I don't really like this sort of stuff. I get quite shy, but cameras are there. You've got to leave with something. So you psych yourself into it. And I just got up and I said, what I'll do, I'll just reassure them all that we're just making a show and don't mind the cameras. We may come and chat to you. And if you've got anything to talk to us about, come see us. It's great to be here. And, great to be in America, just a nice sort of intro. So I got up and did that. And they're all sort of nodding away. We get shots of that. But then I thought I'm going to have to get something. So I was getting more confidence. So I started going on about the Waitakere Yeti in New Zealand, who he's a little bit more aggressive and he's attacked a few people and he's actually raped a guy 3 times,
As one of the keynote speakers, Leigh shares one of New Zealand's most controversial Sasquatch encounters with the Bigfoot Conference.
Richard Tompkins made his way into the Waitakere Ranges on the 14th of July, 2001. Then, out of nowhere from behind, a large, upright walking hominid threw him to the ground, ripped his jeans off, and raped him. Okay? He later found his jeans torn up to shreds in the manner that no human could do, a couple of miles from where the rape scene. A number of years later, he was up there once again, and again he was raped by the same beast, we believe. He was raped not once, not twice, but thrice over a 4-year period.
You've been over there. Americans are very trusting in a lot of ways too. You don't want to take advantage of that, but they don't really get the dry humor that sort of everything's very black and white to them. So you can get away with that, and if anything, they probably think this guy's a little bit weird, but not too bad. The main issue with that was, while I was over there filming that show, I also happened to be writing a weekly column for the Herald on Sunday up here. I was doing that for a few years. It was sort of the bane of my life with deadlines, especially when you're off traveling, doing a show like that. They still expect you to put your column in, naturally, and most people wouldn't struggle with that, but I seem to. So naturally, while I was over there for 3 or 4 days, the logical thing would be to write a column about being at a Bigfoot conference. And that was totally unrelated to the filming we were doing. That was just because I was there. And not expecting any of them to ever see this column because it's in the New Zealand paper on the other side of the world. What I didn't really sort of prepare for was that all these people almost have like Bigfoot on their computer as a sort of a search kind of thing. Whenever the word Bigfoot comes up on an article, it'll pop up in there. And I think I started the whole article off, and it had nothing to do with them. I was just writing stupid words. I think it said, if you can't get laid at a Bigfoot conference, you can't get laid anywhere or something. I think that's how it started. And then I go into how redneck the whole thing was, I think. But I wasn't trying to be offensive. That spread like wildfire through the Bigfoot community. And I was getting death threats and everything. Because they were sort of going, yes, you're journalists. I was going, oh my God, what are they going to think when they see the actual documentary? Because that's what I was really there for. And I sort of was saying, look, you're taking this all wrong. It's just a tongue in cheek it's a feel good sort of thing. I think you might enjoy the documentary when you see it because you'll get the gags better than most people. And sure enough, most of them did actually end up getting in touch. The same people that would give me death threats. So they actually quite enjoyed the documentary.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was just the article, I suppose, I wrote. I didn't write in a different tone, but it's just a throwaway article that had nothing to do with what I was actually trying to do over there. So maybe I broke my own rules a little bit. And maybe it wasn't nasty, but the tone was a bit off, I think.
Speedo Cops. How did this idea come about?
Okay.
And like sort of secondary to that, like, do you think that you get away